Every morning I wait for a pouch of dreams, the scrabblings of birds and all the rushings by. My parents call from two different corners of the room, suddenly dead, martyrs in the stories of their recent lives. My mother lives in a new house. She tells me she loves the windows that look out to the sea. She shows me her kitchen, far messier than the one she had before. My father, singing and bald at 25, shovels dirt or coal. I hum along with him, but I'm not sure he hears. I ask my mother if she's seen my sisters. Who? She shouts. All the hairs, all the mouths. She does not know the tall, rangy man in overalls, gone before she recognizes him, my father, walking down a path near the river, where the afterlife happens before it can be caught, where the life before is a dog or a fly or a portrait on the wall. My sisters stroll through the center of the room. One has a broken arm, the other a cane and a limp. I run to them and hide beneath their matching rose velvet gowns. I sing my father's song up through their ribs and hear an orchestra of breathing tubes, rabbits on the floor, a hint of lime, eggs scrambling in an iron pan. I see a block of marble where the wind, a drum in the grass, a grave of killers who rise and wander toward morning through the dark. Then there is the penis. The warehouse farm where the penis grows inside the penis room, next to the hands blooming in the hand room, hearts budding in the heart room, ears flowering in the ear room. The whole baby room stands adjacent to the brain room at the end of the hall. It's now so simple to create a brain, the most primitive machine of all. In a rare occurrence just last week, an intact human was found hiding in an oil barrel on the banks of the Cuyahoga, half buried in neon green muck, captured only after an honest bounty was paid. Please, the human said, please. Their face strangely congruent under the searchlights and the ant-like drones, shining past jeep tracks in the sand, up against the concrete walls, painted green with cheery dogs. Blood, yes. I'm thinking not of sacrifice and bargains, but of eating my own wretch. I have been in the stocks and on the racks. I have asked to be taken, asked to succumb. I have been the Flanagan woman, been of men and motors, a servant and subject of pain, of scrawls and doorways that open to gravel-smelling worlds, with vats of hot tar and the hand of a good foreman. I have been the child in a family of predators, the submissive of a fraternity boy. I have stumbled grandiose into gardens full of enlightenment and shame, unable to void or step safely onto the sand. I have expected something more than food pushed through grates, something more than human, the small of me flung off carpets at the entrance of a smoke-filled home. How is it you bring me back to the cliffs, the bright heads of eagles, the vessels of grief in the soil? I dig for you with a gentle bit of lighter fluid and 3 miniature rakes, burning only a single speck of dirt to touch a twig as tiny as a neuron, or even smaller, one magic synapse inside the terminus limbs of your breath. The fighter jets fly over the house every hour, no sound but inside our hands. I hear a far chime and I am cold, a north wind and the grit of night. First the murmur, then the corpse. First the paddling, then the banquet. First the muzzle, then the hanging, the plea. First the break, then the tap, the tap. I hear your skin, the reach of your arms, the slick along your thighs, more floorboard than step. First the flannel, then the gag. First the bells, then the exhale. I hear a dog who is always in my death, the breath of a mother who holds a gun, a pillow in the shape of a heart. First the planes, then the criminal ponds. First the ghost boats, then the trains. First the gates, then the bargain. A child formed from my fingertip and the eye of my grandmother's mother. A child born at 90, the rise and rush of air. A child who walks from the gas. I left the door open to the vision coming through the dark. His arms filter through the flowered ceiling, unsealed from the jeweled tree in the window. His organ hurtles through the air into the pond where I search for a mirror and some softer chalk, a surface so pliable, so dug and raw that the baby's breathy touch, the wind, some creosote so faint, begs the otter to swim on this, my first and last day. But it's early morning in someone else's house. Out the window, a New England dawn, mist on the green and turquoise bed, the pound of feet upstairs, then a rush of cold air, a walk down the stairs, a winter relationship, or a pact of privacy before the lights come on. What's left is the result of criminals, the orange a rendering, some thready hope that the white man lost, but he did not lose. Could it not be night again? A boy, his beard, his hat, the only orange intact inside our bed. Our hold heading down as if it were a normal day, when our viewing habits were not caught public on the street. How did they know? Did I somehow tip them off? First, they took my sweater, then the card with his name. When stumbling, they marched us down the long-hauled building to a cell, the blood fountain where soon I even lost the ocean smell of wind in the after-rot rushing from the open doors of trains.